Hello, artists! We're coming to you from a different spot today. We tried to take this video in our usual spot at the table, but
it was like how shit was behind us. It was so late.
it was so bright you couldn't see us, so we had to start again. So here we are. Today we are making a painting. We are making a painting for Chag HaAviv. We are going to have a painting
Toilet paper.
full of flowers. Now, today you will need to do this project. Toilet paper rolls. Now you could use paper towel rolls if that's what you have,
but you can cut it.
You could cut it. They shouldn't be too big. That would be too big. So you want about this size. This works well. So cut your paper towel rolls in half, or just use the toilet paper tubes. Now you're going to also need scissors. You're going to need some paper for stamping your flowers on.
We have lots of paper.
We have lots of different colors of paint, so you could use whatever you have at home.
Or you can mix.
Maybe you only have one color, that's fine, it will still work. You can stamp with one color, that's just fine. Now, what else do we need? Oh, plates, a paper plate to put your paint on. We are going to start by making some flowers. Correct, thank you. We don't need any paintbrushes for this project. This is going to be your paintbrush right here. So, I'm going to show you how to make this flower with the rounded edges like this.
I'm going to try to do this one.
Oh, Sadie's going to try to do that one. We also have one that looks like this. We have one that looks like this. You're going to push these into your paint
and then
stamp them on your paper to make all these differently shaped, really beautiful flowers. Now, my kids said that this one was their favorite, so I am going to try to show you how to make this one.
I did not say that. Willa said that.
Willa said that. Thanks. Now, I started cutting one of the strips, so you want to cut it not too deep for this particular flower. Although, you know what? Why not? We'll make like a longer petal this time. I'm going to cut it a little bit longer. So now you want to try to cut the rest of your petals to match the length of the first cut that you made. Just do your best. They don't have to be 100% exact. So I'm going to cut here, and then one more time I'm going to cut here. So now I have all these petals. I'm going to fold them back. And I've got now these 5 nice long rectangular petals. But to make the edges curved, I'm going to trim the edge of my petal to make it round. This one has now a little bit longer round petals than the first one that I made with these 5 round petals, but rectangle strips work really well. See, do you want to show them the one with the long rectangle strips?
These ones?
Yeah, that one. That one looks nice. Okay, so now we've got one like this. We've got another one that looks like that. We have one like this. We have one like this. And we have one like this. Now, Sadie's gonna try to cut one like that also. You know, what if we did like this but not so long? What if you did short ones like that? What are you working on there? Oh, that's nice. That's amazing.
And then I'm gonna do some short.
We could try that. I think that the only reason I'm going to say no is because if some are short and some are long,
oh yeah, it's going to be hard to stamp them.
It's going to be too hard to stamp them. So I think you got to make them pretty much the same length. Maybe you could do some wide and some skinny though.
Yeah, like
that
this.
might be nice. That's very nice.
Some very skinny.
That's okay.
Very. And one thick.
Do it. The variation in your petals. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
You can keep going.
I can keep going. Okay, so while you're cutting that, I've got my white paper here to stamp my flowers, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the paint. So we're going to be putting the paint on paper plates. Now I have...
Okay, finished.
Oh, wonderful. I have a number of different colors of paint, and I'm going to put the paint out on a plate trying to remember that when I stamp my flower in, it might get more than one color of paint on it, and that's gonna be okay. So I don't wanna put colors together on the same plate that don't go together. Like, bam, whoa. Like red and green, that's gonna make brown. If you like brown, great, make some brown. I don't want brown flowers, so I am not going to put red and green on the same plate. I am going to put some green paint.
Look at my flower.
On this. I'm gonna shake it around a little bit so it's flatter. I don't want it to be so much like a pile of paint. And I'm gonna take also some blue on the same plate. Okay, so I've got green and blue on this plate. I'm gonna put it to the side. I have got, for my next plate, some pink.
Sorry, this is ASMR instead. There's too much.
Sliding. It's a blob, so I want to shake it so that it flattens out a little bit.
It's actually ASMR, sorry. No, I'm kidding.
I've got white paint that I want to put on the same plate.
It looks weird now.
That's okay.
Why does it have some yellow in it?
You know what? This paint separated a little bit because it's been sitting in our basement for a while. It's okay. It still works. We've got white, and on the same plate, I'm going to put the red.
Because why not?
What? Whoa!
It looks
separated.
cool, but...
It's cool looking, but oh, it's dripping everywhere.
Ah.
I put a towel on my table first because I didn't want paint dripping all over. Now let's try it. All right, it's still a little bit separated, but there we have red. So now I've got my plate of cold colors. I've got my plate of warm colors, and I'm ready to paint.
There's also some orange and gold.
I left the orange and gold. I didn't feel like I needed to use every single color today. I'm happy with what I have. I want to start to paint. You're going to use this one?
Yeah,
this one that you made. Okay. Now, you're going to put your paint down in front of you. I'm going to see if I can move this back a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Now, to stamp our flowers, you're going to dip it in the paint. So,
I'm going to do...
Here, I'm putting mine in the green. Well, wait a second. What do you have on there already? Nothing. Oh, okay. I've got some petals green.
Got some blue.
Sadie's got some blue. Okay, I want the blue
I have one
too.
more petal to do.
It's totally okay if your paints get mixed on the plate. See, now mine's not 100% painted on. I want to try it. Now, I'm going to press down the petals so that they all touch the paper. And ta-da, I've got a flower.
I have one petal pink.
Ooh, I like that.
The other one.
So now that one's all covered in paint. I'm going to try this one. I got a little white. I got a little pink. A little white, a little pink.
Oh, Willa's coming.
Here, look, I got my flower.
Look, I got my flower on.
Press it down. Ta-da! Oh well, there's another flower. I like this one. I want to dip it again in. Now I'm going to mix up my pink and my red. There, look.
I want to use this.
Stamped. My hands are getting painty. That's okay. I have a towel down.
You can rub it.
Just rub it on the towel. Ooh, that one came out good. Okay, so now that this flower is all full of red and pink and white paint, I'm not going to put this particular flower in the blue and green paint. I'm going to set it aside over here, and I'm going to pick a different flower, a clean stamper, or one that already has blue and green on it to put in the blue and green paint.
I want to try to use yours.
I'm going to try to use mine. I'm going to try to put a blue flower on top of a pink flower and see what happens.
That's
Ooh,
cool.
It came out pretty.
I'm going to put this one on top of this one.
Go for it. And I have another blue flower. Now, what might be
Okay.
nice,
This one's really cool.
that one is really cool. You want to show the camera? Woo! Now, what might be nice, and I'm going to do it while my flowers are still wet, but if I were you, I would wait till they're dry, is I'm going to grab some other things from over here. I've got dot paint.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that thing and a button.
And then you could take your dot paint and maybe make centers in your flowers.
Can I have some pink?
You want some
Please.
pink dot paint? I have some markers. Markers. And I'm going to take the markers and I'm going to make some petal-y things inside my flowers.
This is navy.
This is navy.
Navy.
Okay. Now again, I'm doing it when it's wet, but I'm being like super duper careful and decorating the insides of my flowers with a marker because I don't want to get the marker in the paint. I would recommend you wait until it dries.
Well, can I please have the orange?
I want to maybe use this guy, which we haven't used yet, the orange dot paint. Here you go.
Thanks.
Okay, now we have one. I'm going to use actually this one
The
that's Sadie
orange
made.
really.
The orange looks really nice in the middle.
It still has lots of paint on it, so you can still use it.
Okay. We've got, and then some blue. Here we have that beautiful flower Sadie
You
made
might
for
have
me.
to push it down a little because some petals might not be on the page.
That's true. You might have to push the petals onto the page a little bit, but that's okay. Here I've got my flower right on top. There's another one.
Yeah, this one. And
So
then put
cool.
some. Look, I have a flower.
Ooh, thanks, Will. That's pretty.
The reason is because I was in class.
Willa was in class when we
Yay.
started this video, but she's done now. Okay. So, you could fill up your whole paper. You could fill it up more than I filled it up. Sadie, let's see yours.
Wait,
Oh,
one
she wants to
second.
put a circle in the middle.
There we go.
Woohoo. There's Sadie's. I'm going to hang these up for Pesach. Decorate our house. I hope you do too. It's been fun making some paint with you. Goodbye. See you next time.